Hey everyone, today in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about Obama seeking or putting in place a third term for himself as president of the United States, or should I say the government that really runs everything, the people that really run everything, the people behind the scenes. And I'm using all these terms because Ron Paul in the Ron Paul Liberty Report actually spoke about this. He called it the deep state. Pretty interesting stuff. So I'm going to play a couple clips from here, and it's really interesting how he talks. As we record this, or as you watch this or listen, I'd be amazed if he was alive by this point with the stuff that he had spoke about. The only thing that would probably save him is the fact that he is not in mainstream media, and he's really not a part of the government anymore as a senator. So I'm going to play this clip, this first one here.
So usually when they come up with something, even war, they have to have a pretext. And the pretext is pretend. How are we going to deceive the people? How are we going to scare the people? So they're having a pretext for this because there has been talked, and most people think the elections are probably rigged. I certainly think they are because no matter what happens, the same deep state controls everything. So our definition...
Very interesting to talk about that deep state right there. I was really taken back. I had watched this a couple weeks ago, and I watched it again this week, and I was really shocked watching it again. I guess I didn't believe my ears at first, listening to the words that came out of his mouth, but he says even more. So I'm going to go to here around 5:10 and play it.
So that if an individual, article saying, well, if one of the candidates dies, but, the elections could be held up pretty easily.
Well, I just want to stop it right there. If one of the candidates dies, Hillary Clinton, her health concerns or the health stuff that's coming up lately is very interesting and maybe timed on purpose that way. I don't know what they're doing with the body doubles, or some of the commenters talked about clones, and other people like Russian Vids, we're going to talk about him at the end, had talked about how that was a mannequin being led to the van at the first part of the day with the 9/11 memorial service where she supposedly collapsed. So he has a viewpoint on that. We're going to bring his channel up at the end. Big shout out to Russian Vids as usual. We'll do a lot of that, but let's continue to play this.
I'm not sure that is in the law, but law doesn't mean anything, so it depends on the chaos. And, this goes along with some work that we have done on emergency powers. The president can declare emergency, and he really can take over. This is just more like centralizing those powers into one unit. But the president has ominous powers under declaration, and the Congress doesn't have to vote on that particular thing. They already have. They grant it. If there's a declaration of an emergency, they can do this, and the president can take over, which obviously is on the books, very scary. And now they're doing this.
Now I want to make a point. This happened after 9/11 with the Patriot Act. This has happened, as far as the sweeping powers of these people, of these monsters, I should say, that after 9/11, they signed the Patriot Act, which it kind of renews automatically, probably when they signed it, which was late at night, and it was 1,000 pages long, and nobody read it, and everybody signed it, and really put us on an even faster path to where we are now. So I want to talk a little about false flags. I mean, there's a ton of mention. I just want to bring this up. What are some historical examples of false flags? And we're talking mostly about the U.S. here, and you're talking about the Gulf of Tonkin, Pearl Harbor before that. You're talking about the USS Liberty attack by Israeli forces. We'll go down the whole list internationally. CIA coup in Iran, Operation Ajax, London bombing, 7/75, Oklahoma City bombing, not talked about a whole lot. And of course, September 11th, 2001. Very interesting stuff. So if there is something that comes up, a natural disaster, catastrophe, terrorist event, candidate dying, anything like that could potentially put Obama in place for his third term. Now, this is a senator from Connecticut who is on the floor speaking, and I'm going to play this, and he pretty much talks about this law or whatever bill or was written into effect here.
This resolution is a total rewrite of the War Powers Clause of the United States Constitution. Let's be clear about that. It is essentially a declaration of international martial law, a sweeping transfer of military power to the president that will allow him or her to send U.S. troops almost anywhere in the world for almost any reason with absolutely no limitations.
Everything.
Very, very interesting. So that was a recap on that. And this video here obviously talks about the tribulation coming that potentially, I did not watch this till the end, but I'm assuming that this person is claiming that Obama is the Antichrist. And I'm sure there's people that are subscribed to this channel or viewing this video or commenting that would agree with that. I am doing further research on that. I'm really just, it's scary enough just looking at all the stuff that I'm seeing here and how it's coming together with the recent thing with Clinton, with them saying Donald Trump is not fit to serve as president as well because he's a raving lunatic or he's a racist. He's doing all these different things. So there's no good candidates for the election. And if one of them, the favorite here, who is supposed to win the election, is not fit to serve either, then everything is in place. And the only thing that needs to happen, God forbid, is a terrorist act, a natural disaster, some form of chaos to keep Obama and keep everything, because that's the way everything should be kept calm, to have Obama be there for a third term. Obviously, there's people behind the scenes. There's that deep state, that shadow government, or the people that are really in charge, that are really controlling everything. And Obama is probably just a puppet, or truly, like some commenters will say, is the Antichrist. So please leave a comment. And of course, right here we have Russian vids. Recent video, Hillary Clinton arrested. No, you big dummy, it was a mannequin. So, and I actually commented weekend at Hillary's. I thought that was kind of funny. I saw a picture up on the Google image search that had that up there. Somebody was really good at Photoshop. So look that up, weekend at Hillary's, and make sure you save that photo. It'll probably be taken down soon enough, especially since it seems like she controls Google searches anymore. So thank you for subscribing. Please comment. I try to answer and reply to all the comments. If not, I will do that video once again, at least once a week to do that. Have a great weekend, and I will see everybody next week.